Hey guys, in this video I'm going to show you how to do matrix multiplication or the dot rule because we use dots in higher level math instead of the multiplication sign. So how we do that is we can't just multiply any row. We have to ensure that the way that we do it is we multiply the first row by the first column, second row by the first column, third row by the first column, and then we do it again with the second column. So first row by the second column, second row by the second column, third row by the second column. So for this to work, we have to make sure that the number of columns in the first matrix is equal to the number of rows in the second matrix. So the number of columns, so 1, 2, is equal to the number of rows in the second matrix, 1, 2. In this bottom example where we have 2 columns but 3 rows, we cannot actually do this multiplication. So just to make sure, double check that the number of columns in the first row matches the number of rows in the second matrix. Let's start with A1. So A1 is equal to, remember we have the first row multiplied by the first column, so we have 1 times -1 plus we are adding the individual multiplications of each column, each row and column. So 1 times -1 plus 2 times 0. So that is -1 plus 0 equals -1, and we have our first answer. So let me just duplicate it here. So just to write it out, we have -1 in our first column, first row. Okay. So A2, simple. We have the second row times the first column. So we have 0 times -1 plus 3 times 0, which is just 0. So we have 0 here. I'm gonna put 0 right there. For A3, we have equal to 5 times -1 plus -1 times 0, which is -5 plus 0, and we have -5 here. And then let's do our second column, which is going to be, let's see, we have B1 is equal to the first row times the second column, so that's 1 times 3 plus 2 times -2, which is 3 minus 4, which is -1. So that we have -1 here, so -1, -1 in the first column in our solution. B2, we have second column times second row, so 0 times 3 plus 3 times -2, which is 0 minus 6. So we just have -6. And finally, the third column, B3, will be 5 times 3 plus -1 times -2, which will be 15 plus 2, which will be 17. And we have 17 as our final answer. So we have our answer here, guys. Ta-da! So we have -1, -1, 0, -6, -5, 17. That is our answer. That is how you do the product rule or the dot rule or matrix multiplication. I hope you had a good time. Let's make some more math videos. I'll see you guys next one. Let's study some linear algebra. Let's get into it. I'm having fun, great time making math videos for matrices, and I'm about to do some physics videos later. I'll see you guys next one. Bye!